Hello, and welcome to this lovely day for anyone supporting Argentina, because we exactly are starting now as the World Cup has ended. And well, spoiler alert: Argentina won, France lost. So, with that being said, let's focus on more important things of life and fuck this stupid game of where you just run
Oh,
around after a
get
ball.
out of here, man.
Shut the fuck up. Let's get
Yes,
back to
so
some proper shit. Let's come back to Siege. I'm Terrell, and as you already heard, I have Squishy by my side.
hello, good to be here for the finals. I've been here for both semi-finals and now here for the finals. España versus Istanbul Wildcats are the best of five. I mean, both these teams they made it this far, and we've got a good selection of maps. We don't have Oregon, which we do love to see. Istanbul Wildcats have gone twice with banning these maps in both the semi-finals and now the finals. But Border, Chalet, Clubhouse, Villa, and Cafe being that decider, that was in order. It's a good selection of maps. It's going to be team. I'm just filled with joy that France got their karma for getting England out. But both these teams are ready. We're heading on to Border first. Spain on attack, Wildcats on defense. And Tyrell, it's come down to this. And what I do want to see from this game is just some fire from both these players. We've had a long enough delay, so hopefully they've got their mental of the game, especially if they're spotting Argentina. Gosh, man.
Well, at least you can say you have at least Spain, or sort of Spain,
Spain?
just a Spanish-speaking country against another foreign team, you could say, because España, a Spanish Young Guns versus Wildcats, the Turkish Cats. Yes,
I
that was
think we should
intended.
get into the game. Yep, I think we've
Yep.
waffled enough. I think my head's about to blow up from this. And we're just waiting
Well,
for both the teams to be ready.
I was about to say, because I don't think any one of these two are ready, because probably one half, or even, I don't know, more than half, are probably celebrating their asses off and getting that shit up like drunk, which is obviously great for a match, because that's the only rate you can fuck up. And let's not forget, we're here on the grand finals, so winner takes it all, pretty much. So
Yeah, but this is all the tripping running on the line. And we
yeah,
do
yeah.
love to see we tripping
No,
go.
yeah, now you know why he's gonna retire and it's gonna leave us forever.
Yeah, we've took all his money and he's got none left, so he's got to go. He's just got
Well,
to go, man.
either way, either way. I mean, let's talk about a bit of the maps, because we're gonna start off with actually my absolute favorite map, and I don't give a shit
Agreed.
because this stupid Ubisoft has fucking removed them every time and maps I love. But at least we're gonna start things off onto Border, so it's gonna be an absolute frag fest, and you're gonna see some dumb wild shit happening before
We
we're gonna
saw
settle down.
España on board, and they did choose this map. So we saw them go 4-0 down after that was 11 rounds in a row, following on from Villa losing 7-0, and then started to lose 4 on Border, and then won 7-4. So very impressive, and they've decided to follow up this map, and will be the first one they'll be starting on the attack, as I've already said. Next map follows Chalet. It's Istanbul's map. We saw them play. Yeah, very strong map. They do what they do best on that map, and these maps are really good. I really do love this map selection. And then we've got Clubhouse followed by Villa. España choose the Clubhouse, obviously, because undefeated. Istanbul Wildcats, they choose a Villa. I do love to see a Villa. I haven't seen Villa once so far. I think I've seen it once. No, I've seen it once. That's about it. That's all we get from New R6, especially not seeing Border. When Consulate was in, we never saw Consulate. But both teams are ready. We'll head straight into it. I need to turn on the heat. I am boiling after what Argentina just pulled off the bag. All right, straight into it. Chipping 700 euros on the line. And Spawn on the attack. Wildcats heading on the strong defense.
Well, but before we go into any action, the usual pre-ritual of banning the operators, and in the meantime, I lost the caster because I guess he ran off to the toilet or some shit. But let's gonna see what Wildcats are gonna ban first, and well, in let's gonna see, and that's gonna be an Osa. So interesting enough, starting us off by getting rid of one of the shields for this lovely, beautiful map. Question is what España are gonna react to it and what they gonna choose to attack on the attacking side. And well, I would be very much disappointed to see Thatcher banned. And well, look at this. This time it's not gonna be. Flores is out of the mixture. So we got them confirmed. Osa and Flores are out. And España banning the first defense operator, and that is going to be the Mirror. Yep. Very lot of good old strats have been made around Mirror on this beautiful map. And well, the best counter to that was now to ban it. And well, a little bit of history got lost on this, but seeing now Wildcats have now the last ban, and it's gonna be Valkyrie off, so let's not expect too many runouts or rushes out from the side of Wildcats.
Oh, I don't know if you know, but Valkyrie's cams can't go outside. No cams can go outside.
Excuse me?
Yeah, yeah.
Since when?
A couple seasons ago. So yeah. But Kate's on the board and Budoff will opt on him. And, you know, I've seen both the teams play. We've seen Istanbul Wildcats in the more recent semi-finals a couple of days ago, and I mean...
So what's the point of Valkyrie then now?
Nothing. Really. Apart from basic intel, I mean, Valkyrie lost its, uniqueness. I mean, there's enough bulletproof cameras on the defense side anyway, so...
As I am feeling much more and more pain by the day I see this series are going on, and even the game. At least interesting to point out, we are gonna see a castle in play by the side of Wildcats, and well, out of my very good old experience, Castle was always someone you really didn't want to pick at all. But did they change something to Castle, or not? Did it make him more enjoyable to play?
They gave him one more little castle thing.
That's it?
Yeah, and instead of having to break a barricade and put it back on, you could just put it down instantly.
Drones up and running.
Yeah, but the only real use I saw in Castle on border was played that castle strat in workshop when holding vertical. It was just so strong. But now there's enough util to just break castle with like a flash grenade even. But again, first round looking very dry. I mean, España taking it slow as they do. They wait for the moment to jump and attack. You see this castle playing in that CC custom drop hatch side, and they're just going to play this vertical. The hatch is open, so Wildcats are looking to hold this for a decent amount of time, and they've already wasted 50 seconds. And España is still stuck on the balconies, ready to just find that opening, which they usually do. But you can't bet on it every round.
Looking as Colts being very careful with the entry right there. He's gonna scan himself way ahead and wants to make sure that nothing gets lost. But well, he sees an opening, and he also sees Guttural. That's about the look at this. Immediately transition to Bodolf, making it a 2 and starting us after 1 minute 30 on the clock. And Colts already in a great position to attack. But look at this. Here comes Quaterna. He goes in the offense, takes out Dana. In the meantime, we see Rafa gonna do the blend. Denati looking to rotate back. And Quaterna, well, they're all stuck outside. And with España having the control of the bomb side and bomb planet, well, time is ticking. They completely switched the game right here. Denati just barely gets a kill on the Colts, and as Bombing takes out Quaterna. Denati, the last one standing, and forever takes him out of this round.
España, Cole's trying to find that hole, which is exactly what they do, and he punished Wildcats for it. A solid round for España to enter, and it's their map for a reason. They know how to break these, common kind of vertical horde setups, and I think that castle barricade didn't really do much apart from stop the crossfire from custom to that workshop door. So yeah, there's more reason to hate the castle being brought. But España Strong round, Cole showing his dominance throughout.
Attackers
Not
need
using
to
the alpha
locate and
either.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, for the time being, Barney in the lead. Now, Wildcats have decided to go upstairs, go into the armory, and see how this is going to pan out for them. Though we do see some slight iterations through the side of Wildcats, so
Okay.
they're definitely looking to react onto what España throws at them. But
I have a feeling España going to rush in. I don't think Wildcats have prepared for the right.
oh, why do you think they rush in? Because there's a Finka and an Amaro and a Ying.
Yeah, I mean it's just an assumption. But
Reloading. Cover
Ah,
wait, no, this is exactly what they did last time. They played this exact lineup, and I will go in the window and plant instantly. Wait, this is exactly what we saw in the semi-finals, where España played on this border, and it's definitely gonna work. I have a feeling, unless Wildcats don't know what they like to do, I have a feeling this is gonna go in the way of España once more. Get the intel, but Wildcats they're preparing for España to walk in to their castle barricades, to go their default way, just making the assumption, the most common assumption. But España, I mean, if Wildcats should learn anything from last round, is to expect they'll expect to forever find shocks, and it's already a bit of a shambles. But that's 75 flag with that lovely shotgun 1.5. You love to see that, don't you, Tyro? Talked about it last time with the Maestro, but I mean, forever's a bit low. We'll have that thing certainly. Get a slither of HP back, and I think España a bit slow, but do see Gon 6 go out somewhere on the side of the map. Turner shuts Skulls down. Nothing to send in off the side. The Yink goes to dark. Bomber will run in and smoke it across. He's all in sight. This is where it's open. España then found this gap. Wallbang nearly just find one back office. Donati takes out Bombi, but still one HP. Oh, the creep up from Forever. 2 versus 2 as he finds a triple. It's too much. No 4K for him. Dano left alive. One's going to be coming up metal stairs and one office. They know that. Oh, the Fink starts right again. Back up. It forces us to play aggro. Thrown in there. They see him. What? Dano. He covers Forever. Now it's a 1v2 swing comes out. Hold on. He's forced back. They can get his plant down. They do have the sight. And only one door to hold. You know they have Jones, one's going to be office. Danu's the one to cover with the most HP. He sees him behind the shield, but nothing more. Bodolf gets shot down. Danu finds the round and Hispano. That's how you do it. What a great entry coming out from Forever. 3 kills from him. I mean, that is just wonderful, isn't it?
well, definitely leaving a lasting impression, and well, lasting impression is this 2-0 going to be, especially looking at now is, you could argue maybe the most common and pretty much the most one bomb side is now out of the picture. Now it goes to custom onto supplies, as Wildcats are desperately trying to think of at least one side or one way to at least bank one round. But so far, Spania not giving them like any room to breathe. Even it came close now in last round, but still, like, there is still too much of a sheer dominance going through. And well, if this bomb side will fail, then I don't see really much else going on for Wildcats, because you might as well could then ride off border at this stage then.
Yeah, just what expect from a team like España. They know what to do, and I think the custom pick is just a bit desperate. I'd rather just try work.
10 seconds left.
It's not up to me. Wait, who is the IGL for Wildcats?
5 seconds left.
Someone.
Odolf. Running the Frost.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Okay. Well, it's not like I've never seen it before. We talked about Frost last time. Already brought on somewhat the wrong map, so Border does have potential in a decent amount of windows. Not going to fall for it. But we have some teams with Captain Trap, so I wouldn't be surprised if Bottle finds an injured and you see the stack out and then he might actually go through this custom side. And I haven't seen the custom a lot. I haven't seen the site a lot, so I don't know what to think about what Bonnie are doing. I think very default, they're just going to take it slow, not going to take that burst control. Just trying to stop the second round of 8 and he won't find anything. It's already opened, and Spawner, they made themselves noticed.
I mean, they now at least got a hole to shoot through, but not really a hole to go through. So you could say it's sort of like damage. Well, yep, now it is. I was about to say maybe damage control, but if you look at it, it doesn't seem to properly connect. I mean, there's a big gap still in there. Like, you see the line?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
if that is
maybe we can get a quick
client
shot
side.
of it again, but like,
I don't know,
it's
if that stops him, that's going to be a bit annoying. I can see that.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
you got that line. In the meantime,
Yeah.
Gotaro is gonna take out Rafa, and Forever is gonna avenge his
Yeah,
friend by
inside.
taking
Oh,
out
no.
Shocks and
Oh,
Wolf.
no.
Yeah, definitely moving in. Grenade now, taking out the bulletproof cam, and well, as Dano sneaks up in. But I don't see a diffuser really at hand.
They don't. It's been lost somewhere on the strip. I think they've left outside just for the safe and sound. Yeah, they've left outside just in case it does all go to shambles. But they've got the site control. One will have to retrieve and get it. You do have this vertical presence still above, and just noticing Danetti's death. You saw the nade come through, and then he got shut down. Like also, lovely team play coming out from España. Yeah, he's trying to get out. Dano's a bit in a shambolic position. He's trying to wiggle himself through. I mean, he got in, but now he can't get out, so he's gonna have to go through detention side. Cause is there to try and pinch, but you know, Wildcats clearly know that diffuser is not in the hand, so it's clearly somewhere. It's outside, but I mean, Wildcats are not really protecting it. They can watch this detention breach, but apart from that, it's really up to Gutter to clean up this round. But Quarter will fight 2 on a triple kill penalty, shut down by Bodolf. I mean, what seemed to be a Spanish round, no diffuser in hand, shut them down, and I mean, triple kill from Quarter, which I did not see coming.
I mean, major mistake right here and there, and well, frankly, this shouldn't have happened. I mean, they looked very, very good, and they got the entrance in. They just needed to have that plan going, and that's it. But leaving that diffuser outside and not even remotely picking it up again, I guess that's the one that literally bit them right up in the ass. And well, that's one round lost to Wildcats for the side of España, but still, there are way more
Defenders,
rounds
protect
to
your
go.
bombs
But
from being
overall,
used by
this shouldn't really have happened, and I think that's gonna bite them. But regardless of this, Wildcats, they are going again bathroom tellers side that hasn't worked out for them. But maybe this little customs will gonna give them the push what they need, and perhaps they're gonna make it come through and make a comeback.
You know how you do it, like, you know, haven't been really on that, but I mean,
Bomb
the
located by
border
attackers.
update, they changed the border. I actually really do like it, how bathroom intelligence are completely, you know,
10 seconds
one of the
remaining.
best sites, if not the best site, if you've got, you know, a good team to utilize it. And you see a complete switch in lineup here for España. And I think it's going to
Attackers
be,
are
they're going to go
heading
for
out
the top
to the
down here.
diffuser
They do
bomb.
have the Thatcher for that Cade. They're going to try and breach some possibly workshop or vertical side. And I mean, we do see Thatcher. We don't usually see Thatchers. You know, the EMP grenade seems to be more popular, but it will still be the way for Rafa and Bombi choose to go to. Safe pick. It's a good pick.
Well, as Dano clears out ahead with the drone, we see Shanks holding a very neat angle, taking a look on who's entering. Well, he may be able to spot the movement, but he doesn't have a clear sighted picture. But
Oh no.
he may have given himself the position away if he does it right now. Look at this. Look at the wrong side. Bombi gets a good one onto Sharks and removes the smoke with it with immediate effect.
Only if he had the shotgun out at that point in time, but now they're going to breach into officers. Dan's going to be stuck. But he can jump out here. I don't know if there's a claymore there. Possibly is, but none have been placed from Bombi. He'll swing, he'll find one. Turtle, he doesn't get refrag. What? He finally does. I was about to say Rafa. He takes him out. 4 versus 3 now. Still the man advantage, and the drop comes out by Donati. Bottom's still playing Rattle. I don't know if they know that his presence is still there, but he will be there in offices, and if he doesn't get droned, it's going to be a depressing day at the office for España as they clean these top floor. But the drone will go in, and Bodov gets caught. There he knows there. He's messing with him. Bomb's ready to swing, but they'll give Bodov a chance to make his way safely back into workshop if he decides to drop him. Yes, he does. 4 versus 3. They've got this vertical control now. What España wanted, they've got the buck and whatever they need to try and clear this site out.
Further looks on the stairs, gets it down, and secures himself the kill. Bodo will go down as the K. But unfortunately for Forever, I mean, look,
Dropped.
we got the Naughty sneaking up. Gutterer in the meantime gets a C4 kill from underneath, but
He's got the
C4, the
dude.
Naughty gets out forever, leaving Colts and Downer the only one to complete their attack, but it's only the Naughty left for the side of Wildcats, and with 30 seconds left, España need to plant or need to fight the Naughty very
He's
quick and sure.
upstairs.
The Naughty sees the foot. He shoots at it, but potentially now give away his position, but now he needs to be really decisive on where he's going to go next, and well, Colts is going to
15
cover them,
seconds
but
to go. Attackers are
well, you
activating
hear the
bomb diffuser.
footsteps now, the beeper off the defuse. Flashbangs are being thrown as a distraction, as a way of stopping them, but Colts reads him right and swings it out the door to give the team a victory. Round number
I think Donati had played the wrong call. He had the diffuser and he should have played that. He had time on his side as well, and I don't did Donati see it? I mean, at first he shot a dead body, which was unfortunate. He could have found a double, but it doesn't matter really. I mean, the missed call diffuser was upstairs. He could have held it, but I mean, it doesn't matter. España still find that round, and they find themselves 3-1 up on attacker side of that. I want to say.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, Armory it is once more again, and well, the big question is Wildcats prepared again for the big Amara push or not?
I don't think they'll run it again. I think it's a one-trick pony, which works on each map. I mean,
Bomb
if they do
located
go
by
again, it
attackers.
probably might work. It probably will work because no team expects to rush again. They'll probably say, "Oh, watch out for rush." No one's gonna sit the window, right? But I don't think they'll be going that. They'll bring the thermite, and they're not bringing the Thatcher because there's only a mute.
10
I'm talking about
seconds
mute.
left.
He's not ordinal. I want to say he's not even into the army.
5 seconds
But
left
he used to
before
be
insertion.
so valuable in maps like Clubhouse when you could play that
Attackers are
SSG
moving to defuse the bomb.
setup, if you know it. That new Mozzie combo. And Mozzie, I mean, Mute was able to deny so much utility on that thermite hen advantage, just stopping them from breaching, but it's not the case anymore. It is not the case anymore. We do see Thatch come out, last second coming out from Dano, but, I mean, España, they can go into this defensive side 4-2. Very strong. I mean, Wildcats all they need to do is find one. We'll find one kill. Taking that pulse. It's the entry for them, but Forever is still playing strong on his G6 I really don't know why they have not brought R4C. I really don't like that. And as I speak about how good the R4C is, I mean, Tilka's fly, I think there was a one tap from that from Shotview, or no, sorry, Quarterner. United teams balcony up, and Wildcats, this is what happened when you walk into their setup. That's what they play for, that's what they prepare for. Dano nearly finds Donati off guard. He'll be fine again. Dano might go for the one tap, he's ready for it. Donati learns from his previous mistakes. Not do that once more.
Whoa.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Quaterna gets Rafa as well, leaving Dano the only person left, and well, the Claymore is going to prevent the flawless round right there, but he looks to be struggling right now as well. 1 minute 30 left. Wildcats have done very great. The smoke net nearly kills him. But at least he's going to be able to take out the Naughty, but with so little HP, he doesn't have much fighting strength, so each shot needs to literally connect straight to a headshot, or pretty much it's game over. Like, because I don't think any of the players of Wildcats are gonna miss that severely despair, but right now Dano is, well, pretty much wasting time right here, and well, he sees a bit, he sees the C4, he tries to pre-fight, tries to force virtually Quaterna to run into his gunfire, but
Shotgun.
for nothing.
Oh no.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a shotgun or if it's a pistol at this stage, because anything will kill him, but he cleverly outplays Quaterna, but... And again, his HP disadvantage will come very much in handy, but look at how sneaky, look at how dirty he steals that kill.
Yeah, bit rough coming up from Wildcats, but I mean, it's what they looked for, and when you walk into Wildcats, or pretty much any teams really thought through strat setup, you know, it's just bound to happen. Dano doing himself strong. He does clean up some don't want to say lost defenders, but I think España just able to shut down those players which are getting too comfortable. And if that happens
Defenders, protect
mid-round,
your
you know what
bombs from being
happens. It's
defused
happened
by
many times
attackers.
before. I mean, Cole's find a double on the first round, finding 2 uneasy players, off guards, and España, they're guaranteed at least 3 rounds on this attack, and that's all they really need. 20-50 I do want to give it to the attackers because there is so much you can do on border. But if the defenders shut it off, it's always going to go the defender's side of the way, and Cole's still not winning the Alpha C. And Trevor is going the G6. Really disappointed. I'm very
10
disappointed
seconds to
actually,
go.
because
Attackers have discovered the
I'm
location
just
of
really
a bomb.
disappointed.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know what happened to the overseas, but
There's an angled grip on the Alpha C now.
yeah, but why is nobody using the RFRC
I don't know.
anymore?
I think it's 1.5 matter. If there was a 1.5 in the Alpha C, gosh. Or Jaeger. I think the 1.5 just wins, but I'd count on Alpha C any day of the week with a red dot suppressor. You know, from the year season 1 bolo coming around with red dot suppressor hip firing everyone. But no, Cole's stepping up to B.
So maybe you can also get me up on the block. Why are so many people now running suppressors?
It doesn't do damage reduction anymore. So
Yeah, but like it doesn't help you with recoil either.
I mean, recoil's not a thing anymore, Tyrell. Let's be realistic. Recoil's not a thing.
What? You want to tell me that all guns have now become Call of Duty?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. There's like
Or
hardly any
Battlefield.
recoil on the people are an SMG 11 suppressor, and it's nothing. It's
What
I can control it with a broken mouse. But they're really insanely moving on full turn, finds a shotgun kill, Cole's on the front of refrag, Danny finds Gutter Rowan, full turn playing this wall, Denarty finds Cole, shotgun out, he's able to jump out the window last second, and Bombi cleans that Denarty up down in okay side, and full turn left alive, not for longer. Bombi finished off with, I believe, a 2k, and yeah, I feel like there's no recoil at all. There's obviously recoil, but I mean, you don't need to drag your mouse down. I'd say that much. Yeah, if you don't see Tyrell's face, he is. Yeah, this game is.
This game used to require a lot of skill
No,
and
it
a lot
doesn't.
of practice with your gun in
You
order
can't shoot anymore.
to stand out. But
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it pretty much tells me that it's now even easier than ever.
yeah, I remember. I'm not trying to flex,
Defenders,
but
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I got called out because like all I did was play R6. I had like 500 matches or something. And the Twitch, she had recoil. Like she had good. I used to play suppressor on her. I had better recoil than Penguin on Twitch Pressor. If you didn't know, that was the main operator. You know, and all I did was go into and just play Twitch Pressor. I got called out for cheating. I was like, it's not even that bad if you just play the game. But the thing is, it's R6 has turned into a game where you don't need to play with your guns anymore. People don't like practice weapons. They just go into a game and they can choose whatever they want. They can run shotgun and it'll still work.
5 seconds left.
You have people running SMG 11, which seem to be, diabolical if you ever saw it, especially in
Attackers must
competitive.
locate and defuse
But
the
now you're
bomb.
seeing it. Oh, it's just good play. It's just play trying to find this one touch, but also.
So you telling me that all SMGs have now, like the secondaries, have now been put back to a stage where they had like 0 recoil and were lasers?
Pretty much. I'm not saying 0 because you still have to, but like it's nothing. For it, if you're above silver, I'm pretty sure you can draw. There you go. I know it's Tumbleweed. And you also know, I just found out today there's an emerald rank in Rainbow Six Siege.
Ah!
Yeah, which I thought, when I saw it, I thought it was like photoshopped. But yeah, there's an emerald rank in Fortress Pinos. I'll never see that in his life because he's gold 3. But
Well.
speaking of what Danny jumps out, finds Gusser. Aggression from Astana, that's what their middle name is at this point.
Ooh, I guess this is now
It's
sending these people back onto gold, I guess. As both of
Everyone's like,
Coturno
"I'm
and Gadaro had bitten into the grass thanks to the side of España, and well, the Naughty not looking all too good. I mean, he's like checking up that hallway. Yep, he spots one. Yep, he tries to engage in Colts. Unfortunately, misses us out, but that's the Naughty's fortune. Giving himself at least some sort of a leg up back again, trying to leveling out the playing field. But so far, Wildcats, well, Sharks and the Naughty, they are, well, they're not gonna move much any more inches. They don't got any intel. They don't got enough manpower, and obviously going down that corridor is pretty much a death trap at this stage. And well,
Oh no.
they
Oh,
have to
Bernard's
think
gonna
quick
jump
of
in.
the. They have to think quick of the
no.
think, and well, thinking quick he does, as Dano captures him right jumping in, leaving Sharks all alone. Who some sort of, I don't know, tries to stay alive or some shit. I don't know.
I just want to see the suppressor gameplay
Attackers
on
bomb
the.
diffuser has been dropped.
Well, I guess you're not gonna see much of it because Dano shot him straight up down. And well, with that, España secured himself the first defense round.
Good start to the defensive side. 5-2. I mean, that's what you expect from this kind of team. They've played this map for God knows how long, 2-3 years. They've been playing this map for, and Wildcats, more recent. They don't have the ball experiences. It's not always in the map pool. So these older generation, not age, but people who play the game since the on times, they know their way around
Defenders,
border.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And
Attackers have discovered the location
so
of a
after
bomb.
Armory, what they did to it just made it so much more viable, as there was only 2 good sites on border. It was Workshop and the Armory. Now Boston Tellers is in. It's completely switched how teams want to play the defense. We do see Castle once more on border.
Hold on. People used to play bathroom tellers as well, and the strat was just to completely close off either bathroom,
Breach.
you
That's
know,
the main
and
breach, isn't it?
and just play tellers or even extend it to workshop, but it was still playable. It was still viable.
So, I mean, now
Attackers
it's
are
just
heading out to defuse the bomb.
I mean, now it is clearly you could say a bigger step in a more, let's say, well, it's not as cramped as anymore, and it's not as not as vulnerable as back before, but you know, you could definitely win a bathroom tellers back in the old days.
there's the nuke, by the way. That's what Thermite did to the nuke.
Well, it just completely ignores it, just places
Yeah.
it further on top. Well, oh dear lord.
Ubisoft absolutely smashing it. We're seeing the Pulse. We're seeing both FBI agents. Obviously, Castle stayed around on border since the early ages, and Pulse, he's made a name for himself on this map. Also as well as Cafe, and we do love to see Dano rocking in, playing on a 3KD, stealing himself, and the UMP is so underrated, especially if you've got Black Ice and HP, guys. Let's be realistic. But now there are Black Ices on everything, so it makes it less rare and kind of not as original as it once was. Unless you're running Glacier, obviously. Oliver entering first. That's alright. He's not having the strongest start, but you know, no really big players stepping up apart from Porter. No, he's playing soft support on Wildcats' side, and standoff, Rafa, he's going to push customs. I mean, you have 3 players already pushing in through Archive side. Rafa just waiting. You see the dog be called go out. They know he's there. They go for the swing. Donati, he's got Thermite. You don't want him to fall. Shoxy, he finds Cole's 4 versus 5. Now Rafa to swing, shut down by Donati. And that's a bit scary because if Donati falls, exothermic down. Very low HP, is shocked, but that being said, Forever does find Quartone with a lovely shot. That's your main man down the side. Dano, C4 up with that gap. I don't know if it finds him. Yes, he does. Gutter falls 3 versus 3 now, switched around. I mean, it was looking like it was going to go Wildcats. But Spino, they'll re-rotate. They know where they're pushing from. They can go upstairs, and I think they might do. But with the time on the board, Wildcats, they're forced to push into a Spawner's line of fire.
Well, then Nari trying to get a pick, but nobody from the side of Hispania wanting to show an off. Shocks holding all the way down to the hallway.
He
As
should run
for
through here. He should run through.
yeah, well, If he does, he would give a big sound cue as well, but it would be a great potential for a flag, but still for Wildcats are moving further in and in. Bodov has control of the top 4. He's going to make
Bodov's
radius of that shotgun.
Got
And
no
then
actually
Naughty,
got count.
well, still looking as Bombi
15 seconds.
is right around the corner, but Forever should be right there to cover. He's going to find one. Then Naughty goes down as well. Here comes Bodov down the stairs, but he doesn't have much time. But can he find actually the
5
two
seconds
picks?
left.
Can he find Bombi and Dano as quickly as possible? We see Bombi trying to fight it out, and he actually wins it. Whilst Dano tried to secure the round by running away. But still, no reason to run off when you got Bombi on your team.
Of course, and I've seen Pumby do bits for España, and he continues. And match point on the line, I mean, it's looking like it's going to be 1-0 on the next site, that being Ventum Workshop. I mean, one map up, unless Wildcats pull back from the dread, just like France did, but I don't think it's looking likely. It's looking like a border will be in the hands of España. They chose it for a reason, and this is the reason why they're 6-2 up. And I mean, from Istanbul, Wildcats, they
Attackers
came
need
into
to
this final
locate and defuse bombs.
from Skyscraper on the third map, winning a 1 versus 2. This team's gone through a lot to come here, and probably the first map, being España, will be a bit of a rocky start, I'll say.
Attackers have located a bomb.
They're 6-2 down. Wildcats don't have the strongest defense and struggling to execute on attack. I think Bodov, he's IGL. I think Bodov's got to guide his team, not through. He's doing well to get all this map control, but I think the time pressure is really getting to Wildcats. Many rounds they've just been not having enough
10
time
seconds
to
left
rotate
before
around and
insertion.
play as a team. They were forced through bathroom in that last second, but they could have possibly gone
5
for
seconds
action a bit
left
earlier.
before insertion.
But again, España, that's what they do. They you know, bursting that time and just forcing the attacker team. This being Wildcats this time. And Guthrie will go Nook. Because he's been very popular out with his 2 nades. And I don't know why they haven't changed anything to Nook. Like, really, they have not changed anything to Nook. I don't know why he's more popular, so I mean, it's just the meta, I guess, but I don't know.
Well, either way, with now 30 seconds off of the clock, we see Wildcats slowly approaching España. And well, they'll definitely try to make it a bit more slower. Claymores are getting placed for potential flags. And well, Bombi already starting us strong, taking out Quaterno, but the Naughty immediately takes out Colts right across the hallway, avenging his friend who has now fallen. And in the meantime, well, Wildcats definitely bit on the slower side. Oh, would you look at this? Forever says hello and greets the Naughty with a few shots of his own.
Well, 4 versus 2 now. Forever shuts down Bodov. Nothing for the end of him. And Gutter does manage to get some bullets on Forever, but shut down by Bombi. Working together as a team. España, they're looking to clear up this border. Side C4 goes out into the line of fire. Bombi, he finishes that off, and I mean, they have it. 1-0, and this finals have had Istanbul Wildcats off to a rough start. You don't want to be seeing that if you're rooting for them, and I mean, there you go. Border is all in the hands of España. They chose that map for a reason, and they were able to execute it. 7-2, what a strong start. Oh, lots of big names coming out. Coles starting off with the 2K and able to finish throughout. Next map will be Chalet. Istanbul Wildcats on the attack, España heading on the defense, and what we've seen from Chalet, Istanbul, you know, it's their home. That's why they chose it. So it's looking like it might be 1-1 next on. And if it's not España, they have the head start. We're going to head to a 5-minute break, and we'll see you after 5 minutes. Welcome back here at the Talent League Finals. It's me, Squishy. Tyrell is next to me, and we've just seen España dominate 7-2, beating Istanbul Wildcats. I mean, that's following on from the same result of last season's final, so a bit of deja vu there. We'll see what comes next. That being Chalet, Istanbul's map, and it's España to try and put 2-0 up, but knowing Istanbul and Chalet, they'll try and even up this this map count and hopefully give us the 4th map.
Well, either way, looking on to see if both teams are ready, and then we can move on to Chalet. For anyone that has missed, border between those two went out in a 7-2 for the side of España. And with all that back fresh in mind, it is time to go to Chalet and go from the hot desert border crossing to a nice and cold, cozy Chalet.
And I do love to say, this is exactly what you said, but I'm going to repeat it, quoting you, keeping the Christmas vibes with the snow map.
Oh, we only got Chalet, but I believe we got Cafe if
Christmas
very
tree.
much needed. That's going to be our 5th and final map if it comes to it. But
Ooh.
so far, we got a Chalet scheduled for sure, and I believe the 3rd map
Alright.
is Clubhouse?
The
If I
3rd
remember.
map is Clubhouse, then Villa 4th, Cider, Cafe.
Yeah, so at least one thing for sure, you're gonna see Chalet and you're gonna see Clubhouse. That gonna be played, but the question is whether we're gonna go to Villa or to Cafe. But it's rather more of a question of whether Wildcats are gonna put
Trippin',
a
you've done
leg
it
up or
again.
not. But
Trippin', you've done it again, by the way.
anyway,
Blue team and orange team. Trippin has smashed it out. I think the 700 euros has gone to his head. But, yeah. I actually don't know. I think defend is a Spaniard, so hopefully I remember that. But for the people watching Trippin, they probably don't know. But we'll have to move on. Smoke gets kicked out of the pool, and love to see it. Smoke, so good. And both teams usually keep it open because they both utilize the smoke. But maybe, I don't really know who even banned. I think it was Istanbul Wildcats. Don't want to be facing España's smoke anytime soon. So Cade will follow on, and Chalet. First round gonna be wine cellar. I don't doubt it. Yeah, I was about to say wine cellar was gonna be what a shambolic decision, but it'll be kitchen dining room. Safe pick coming out from the side of España. Good lineup. Default lineup, but they bring the mute. Not much, as I said, not much more than us, especially when facing an ace. So, see what they can bring in a top floor hold, I'm guessing.
well, time will tell, and as we're gonna find out hopefully very much soon. But definitely intrigued to see the Warden come out from forever.
Located a bomb.
So we're gonna see how he's gonna be able to incorporate that. But in the meantime, let's see what Wildcats are gonna bring up to the table. Well, so far the change from the ace to a Fairmite doesn't really shake all worlds, really. But either way, definitely looking
10
on
seconds to
to
insertion.
get close to that office wall and get themselves
5 seconds left
secured in
before
that
insertion.
position. But either way, as time has now ticked by, it is time for Wildcats to start their attack, and as España continue their defense.
Defense on board. I mean, I'll probably follow on to how they do on Chalet, because momentum will follow through. Mental will carry on through this map, but it's gonna have to be a mental reason come out from Istanbul Wildcats. They're heading on the attack center first, as this is their map, and see what they can bring, because if you choose a map, you not only want to know how to defend it, but how to really win these attack rounds. And this is a defense side of the map. I don't know if it's the most defense. No, I don't think it's the most defense side of the map, but it's very defensive on these sites. And with mirror open as well, bar gaming will be a challenge if they do opt to bring that mirror. Gus Rose all the way up the fireplace stairs, and not blue team. España will drop back into piano, very safe and sound. They've got a good setup, which they're hoping Wildcats are able to push it through and just walk into the gunfire because they've wasted a decent amount of time. 1 minute down the drain in España, they've still got this map control. Shock's still trying to get this back off this wall and they're all just camping on this fireplace side. I mean, they're waiting to push in piano, pushing from jungle side, but that wall quite close and it's looking like it's going to be a standoff for a while until drones fly in, until a member, like they're probably going to be Denati or Gata, how they're feeling on that one, to just try and find the first kill. This first kill can be the lot on how this round's going to end up.
Either way, 1 minute 20 on the clock, and well, the grenades at Choke getting immediately taken out by a magnet. And as Dano is still dancing around waiting for it, he believes he's going to be able to hear the Alamite Cologne, but in the meantime, Bombi will find himself the first pick off this map, and well, look at this. Dano immediately comes well forward, takes off another two, leaving the Nadi and Bodov the only two remaining for the side of Wildcats. And well, as I'm saying this, Bombi takes out the Nadi, making it 2-2, but Bodov gets his revenge. But Colds finishes it off, and first round goes decisively to the hands of España.
Yeah, pretty much flawless, and that's what you expect. It was a great hold, and Istanbul Wildcats, I think they were just asking for it. They didn't have that fragging potential there to run in and try and make an impact. But that's really what you rely on attack. You have to trust your entries to run in and kill the defensive side. And it's a hold, but from what we saw, all that really Wildcats did was try and
Attackers need to locate and
push off
defuse
this, and there was
bombs.
a bit of a lineup. Bar Gaming will follow, but no, Mira! I know teams usually prepare without a Mira, but come on! It's open and use it! Not only that, you're using one shield as well, which, if you've ever seen the site play out, you want to have a shield top fireplace. And you also want to have that shield at top blue stairs, but come on, I mean, it's a bit, you know, however they want to play is however they want to play, but I really see Mira being the saviour for the team, and there's just no way the Wildcats don't try to opt this. I mean, if they win this defense side, they'll prove me wrong, and I'm not saying what they're doing is bad. I just say Mira is such a safe pick. It's such a safe pick, especially on the site. I mean, it's even made for this site.
Well,
Still can't forget Old Chalet. The vibes, man.
well, you will never ever see them return. So
Not
better,
really, it's really not.
better keep the memories locked. Keep the memories locked, and perhaps we'll get to see. But you know, as things change, so does this game, and well, that's why we're now in what, coming up into the 8th year.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Yeah.
Well, at least someone who is gonna watch that launch now, that's gonna be Sharks and the Naughty, who now have plenty of time to look everything up for the new seasons coming so forth. But Colts in the meantime looking not all too healthy, but he's gonna help himself with some of his, I have no clue what the fuck are they called, but at least 180 goes for the pop as well. Yeah. Well, regardless of this, barricades are up and Quaterna is looking, staring down a window
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
and hoping for a pretty much for a push for the side of Bombi, but Bolov holding strong, tried to potentially force Bombi to do something stupid, but Gutter in the meantime, he is looking with those grenades, and well, those ADS would definitely come in hand right now, but Colts is safely tucked away inside of library, and as Quaterna makes his move further to the stairs, well, I believe the Gun6 got rid of that shield,
Attackers' bomb diffuser has been dropped.
as Wildcats are taking step by step the top floor.
Yeah, but it's slow, but again, it's just how the time for a wake-up call. And they have no work. Find him out. Keep it being just the same inside. He'll drop back, try and play another angle. That being said, Gutter 5 goals. They're trying to get this control, and they finally have. It's been 2 minutes, 10 seconds, but they finally got this control, and now it's a 4v3 with man advantage in the hands of España. What? Dano's caught off guard. what a kill, I want to say. I mean, bit of luck in the side of Bolov, but if it works, it works. Gutter catches the man in con, that being Rafa. Trying to push through hallway. Jungle side. Forever's there with the P90. We've seen what he can do with it. See if he can follow up Bombi. He flicks back onto Gutter. Rafa catches Turner off guard. Last line closet. Bodolf. He pushes through. He's got one that's left. One that's right in Forever. He cleans it up with the P90 Black Ice. Love to see that. And I mean, another great round. Wasted so much time. Istanbul Wildcats. They're way too slow in the attack. And this is their map. I mean, it's looking very up. Wait, Trippin, what was the score last year for the second map? It was 7-5. So if it's 7-5 to España, that means that we will be carrying on with what the last year's score was. So it was already 7-2, and if it's 7-5, I mean, deja vu over here. Jeez.
Oh, you're looking for them, aren't you?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
You're
attackers.
looking to get some deja vus. Well, either way, as more information comes through, that's what she needs to process properly. Let's see on how the last bomb site for the side of España will go out, and that's going to be office and bedroom right there. So if they're going to be able to win that, 4 rotation has been then secured. Pretty much means that, well, Wildcats, they're not looking good then.
10 seconds left.
I mean,
5 seconds left.
it is a defender side of map. We've gone through that, and I think Istanbul Wildcats, they're relying on the
Objective
defense.
is to locate a
They're
bomb and
clearly,
defuse it.
they're not doing well on the attack on either map. I think that's what they're struggling with. I think Bottle needs that. Because it's time. Every single attack map so far, not just Chalet, but Border as well. Time is getting to them. It took 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get vertical control. By that point, it was a By that point, they've already used more than half their utility. So they're gonna need Bottles to push their team forward, to hurry up their entries. Just be bold. Just be bold. We've
Attackers
seen
have
Coles
located a
running
bomb.
the first round of the final. Running the final 2. Had one drone go forward. He finds 2 kills. He makes something bad turn to gold. Forever, that being said by Donati, and talking about entering Donati, he doesn't even get inside the building.
Well, the phones are still ringing, still buzzing. So far, no further advances come for the side of Wildcats as Gutterbro will use his clone
The attackers
to go
bomb
further in,
diffuser
and well,
has
the
been
garage is clear. I see a few pings are being marked out, but no attempts to potentially get a lucky wallbang. And as Turner, while he moves up, he should be able to hear right on his left inside the kitchen. Gutterbro gonna take out Dano. Shocks on the other hand would take a Raf, but no, Bodov takes out Forever. Wildcats are looking to turn this thing around. Colts is gonna get Shocks though on the window. But Bombi and Colts are still left, and with 1 minute 20, Wildcats are actually looking in a great position. They got time, and they also still got plenty of
Attackers recovered the
manpower.
bomb diffuser.
This is what I said. I mean, listening, but you play aggressive or work.
Oh, never mind.
Guys, just get that out the window. Bombi with a double. But it had it there. They played the aggressive. They played boldly, and it worked. They had the man advantage. Then they throw it down the bag, and that's where the IGL got needs to drive a team somewhere, because the executes are really a bit shambolic. Gutter will get the diffuser down. Coles will give the call. Gutter's ready for the swing, trying to play it, and he's got a decent amount of time to try and find his kill, but he's just know that the man is going to go behind him. So he's got one just left, one behind him, but he can take the fight with Coles. It's a 1v1. España gonna go for the swing, one shot down. Coles is 1 HP, 1 versus 1. He's got this back sight. There is no breach open though, so he's forced to play it. If he decides to plant here, he's stuck here, and it's up to Bombi to try and realize this. Play with this. Impact goes out. We know exactly where his planting. Swing comes out and he'll shut him down. Gutter finds nothing. I think that plant decision was a bit of a shambolic. Bombi finishes off with the Pokeball and a triple kill for him. España making it 3-0.
Defenders
Very
have
strong
disabled the
side
bomb
coming out
diffuser.
of España.
Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
Very tight affair indeed, because it almost looked like well, they're nearly not gonna make that round. It really looked like Wildcats was able to hit a switch, but well, Bombi at the end doing the heavy lifting and securing that and making a full rotation. But you know what? Let's gonna add another bomb site to that mix. Let's go wine cellar and snowmobile.
Oh no. I don't really like that, really. Especially with Mira
Attackers need to
in
locate
play.
and defuse
Bar gaming
bombs.
is the way to go, but knowing, I do trust España with how they play this. Bomb is going to play the Vigil, so they are playing very aggressive in this. They've got the Thunderbirds. There's Kona stations to keep on healing their teammates when they come back to site.
Attackers have discovered the location of a
But yeah,
bomb.
I think if Istanbul Wildcats, sorry, if Istanbul Wildcats go for breaches, if they do not go top down, they play the breaches. They get snow breach and then one breach. If they lose that, there's no hope.
10 seconds to go.
I'm being very blunt. They're going with some kind of rush. They're not
5
bringing
seconds to
Thatcher.
insertion.
There is a mute, but you know, it's just safe pick. I think if they go for a top-down push, it's going to be a bad
know what?
call.
Just seeing it again. I haven't seen Virgil in a long time. And would you look who brought out Virgil?
Big Bombay.
That indeed, and well, in the
7-9.
meantime, I only see a bit of HP drop by Codes. Well, I guess his attempt to spawn because spawn kill didn't really yield him all too many favors and not really much success, but still, they are definitely now busy with him as the gunfire comes towards his direction from almost everywhere, and well, the clone rushes in, and well, you know what would be funny? For one time, somebody would stop shooting at that clone, just let it run. And then someone thinking, you know, they can pull the trick twice and then get shot. That would be fun.
I mean, almost 5% coming up from them. First entry, which has gone their way, I believe. The bomb, he's 7-0. He's going to be feeling himself now.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Found everybody on the board if they push him. It's a bit of rough.
Attackers
Clear
recovered
this.
the diffuser.
Kick the side. Do you see Bombi and both Dano there? Chops the hatch. Be Dano sooner enough. I don't know if he'll play this corner. Bombi's gonna have to take this gunfight. I mean, loads of time wasted, and he's keeping wasting time. Forced to swing. Good Denati finds Bombi with a lovely headshot. I mean, looking in the way of Istanbul Wildcats. 3 versus 5 in this downstairs call. As I said, it's not the best one you hope for.
Rafa.
Oh, no.
Tucked away and waiting to strike onto Wildcats, and well, the Naughty finds some footsteps, and well, would you look at this? Forever is gonna get hunted, but he is running around, and well, if he does it correctly, he could lead them right up to Rafa, but well, Wildcats don't seem to really take on that bait, and well, as Rafa is gonna go downstairs, we will close this attempt now.
I think Forever's got something on the swank, but I think it might be too late as the X is gonna, you know, about to come and shot. Look to get far down after he gets it clean on blue. Bill gets swing a shot down. 2 kills fired out. Lovely flank coming out from Forever. Got to just find Dano. 1 versus 3. Forever got no eyes on the bomb. Bolos able to plant diffuser. And so many angles to cover. Shut down by Guttero. Easy round. As I said, the snow downstairs wine cellar. Ever since the rework, it's been the most attacker-sided site, if not one of the most attacker-sided sites in Rainbow Six Siege, in the map pool.
Well, couldn't go for 4 for 4 on the bomb side, but hey, at least 3 winning ones, and now Bar Gaming is once more free for them to use, so we gonna have a great time. Now let's gonna see how España will once more either again successfully defend, or whether if Wildcats is actually able to strike back and actually hit back, perhaps maybe even get us to a 3-3 scoreline.
Very good, especially on the defense side of that. We're not seeing how they still might win this round. I mean, it worked last time. But now they're not even bringing a shield. Now I'm starting to second guess what they're thinking. They're not bringing a shield.
5
A
seconds.
very aggressive lineup. Dano's playing Legion to stop the roam game. To build roam
Attackers
game,
are
sorry.
heading out to defuse a bomb.
Forever's still running the Solus. We've seen him do work with the P90. Not so much for Solus ability. I think I've made my point clear on Solus. But I don't see this working out. They don't have a shield, and they're playing very aggressive. So unless Istanbul Wildcats realise that, if they can get the top control very easily, they can force these defenders back. Knowing this kind of team, how they play, if they're aggressive. And it speaks for yourself, doesn't it? You already see 2 gunfights coming out. They're swinging up from one side of the door. It just forces so much pressure on the attacker side team that's been Wildcats. Forever goes for the trade-in. I mean, it works out perfectly. They take down the ace, and that stops any breaching material. Now this top floor is looking like it can be defendable. That being said, Bobby finds Guttero. Call off guard. I'm talking about aggression. It's just the middle name for España.
So far, Wildcats, 2 men down and 2 minutes to go. Drone, the clone is gonna get shot out. And Quanturna tries to follow it up, immediately takes out Bombi as well. Leveling out the playing field 3 versus 3, and well, I think as you mentioned, really both teams are now really on the attacking front. They kind of like stop playing around because, well, España is hungry to close this one out. They want to go home very quickly, and they want to go home with a win. So, and they know that like Wildcats are struggling a bit to go up against this sort of, you know, semi-aggressive style. And well, Wildcats, they're trying to amp up the speed as well to at least find a counter. So trying to beat fire with fire right now.
Working out though for the defensive side. Bottle is going to be down below. I mean, a lot of potential work here for him, unless he gets caught on a camera. But if one of these Valkyrie cams possibly could, hallway will be the decision. I believe Bottle is going to direct his team towards. Trying to get that deflect cam. And Dano's the one told. He's the man here. Throws blue right now. It's really all on him. He's the one told. Coles is still upstairs though. Oh, the head peeks out. Donati's caught off guard. Lucky to stay alive. Rafa swings. He finds both of them. It's a shambles. Throw game won't work for Bodolf anytime soon. And this is the 1.5 suppressor. 1 versus 3 on the line. 25 seconds left. No diffusion now. We'll go for the nade. No one's close. Swing comes out. Gets a bullet from the ball, but Bodolf, he's too low. He's got too many angles to worry about. He has no idea where these members are. Red ping will go out from the Valkyrie cams and shut down will be Coles. Those Valkyrie cams, good choice coming out from Bombi, and they saw that push coming from a mile away.
Well, with that being said, 4-2-1, and well, one last time, España will try Wine Cellar and Snowmobile just to sort of have it on the checklist, just have it done. But well, it looks like they're gonna decide to repick and go on to Master Bedroom. But I guess they're gonna do what is gonna work out
Defenders,
for them.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
As Wildcats, I'm gonna prepare. Well, I was about to say we're gonna have a very classic lineup of a Twitch, a Sledge, Thermite Thatcher, and a Sophia pretty much serving as the entry fragger. But well, changes are now being made accordingly, and so far, still interestingly enough to see that much amount of solos into play. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
10 seconds left.
No match being called out by Donati. He's not feeling the Sophia, so Cortana will head on and turn. I mean, Border was his map. He definitely feel himself out and threatening Istanbul Wildcats to 5-1 half. Even if this is, you know, let's say that 5-1 split is threatening that spot with 1 round, and 1 round is very doable on attack. Trust me, more than 1 round is doable. And 5-1 half is just not the strongest. Not the strongest for Istanbul Wildcats. Find more in Guttero. They're the ones that started off. Finds Bombi, Trevor, P90 not good enough. And see that, no refill on P90. 0. And that used to be, you know, decent amount of
Swapping mags.
Uh,
0.
yeah, shut up.
Impact.
Colts in the meantime, trying to
That'll hold.
find his way around. Well, sees the drone and gets rid of it very swiftly and cleanly. With 2 minutes left for the side of Wildcats to attack, and well, they're not seeming to really get one an inch. But look, there's one standing! And it's got a row who actually wins it out. Very low HP. But Colts goes down. And that leaves Wildcats straightly go in. They're not even following up by taking a Rafa. And well, it looks like the defense is now breaking completely apart.
For 2 versus 1 versus 5, Dinetti. He gets the kill with the AK. Danu finds one of Shoxy. It's definitely winnable with Donati just being very low HP. Diffuser on hand, but Dano, he's offside. He does have a C4. I think he's going to play the C4 and he does perfectly. Gutter goes down. I mean, he probably wanted to find a player with a high HP. No wallbang for him as Bodolf. Able to get that down in time. They know where it's coming from. They hear him. They expect it. 1 versus 5 on the line to make it 5-1. Quartano with the first man. Triple kill from him. 1 with the cross though. Bodolf finds it. I mean, that was so winnable for Dano. But the crossfire able to shut him down. Istanbul on the edge, making it 4-2 on this now defended side for them. This is their map. They must make it to at least 5-4. That's what I'm saying. 3 rounds in a row. Come on.
Well, let's see if this is gonna come true. But in the meantime, España will now go on to the attack. As Wildcats will get their first defense set up at Bar Gaming.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
And well,
Attackers have
you know,
discovered the location
seeing
of a
already the lion out, that pretty much gives me a great way, or gives me a great idea on what's gonna about to happen. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Screw the lion as Ash is being praised, but Capital, well, lion is back.
Maybe.
This attackery pick is a bit annoying me. To say the very least.
Last thing, Doc, which I'd love to see. I mean,
5
it'd be nice. I still remember. I keep on repeating it, but talk. All the memories. Let's download that old siege again. But the rush, just smoke plant at the window will be optimal. Gutter! Oh no for Bombi. I mean, that's what you're talking about. That is what you want. The aggressive peak, the nostalgic vibes with the Doc squad. What can you expect more from Gutter? He's feeling himself 8-5. He's not even playing entry, but he's doing the job as much as he can.
Well, that's definitely gonna sting for Bombi right there. Man has been doing absolutely great for his team. But in the meantime, we're looking Rafa entering through a nicely, neatly done hole. And well, he has to be careful because Corturna is on the loom right there. He's not gonna be able to spot anyone, but he's gonna be able to spot the drone. He's moving off. Well, so far, España has managed to avoid furthermore losses. And as Colts tries to peek, tries to find something. Rafa as well sees some holes right there. Gets a bit of a shot in, but don't worry, it's stuck. He can stim himself up.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly. What? Oh, forever, what a shot. I mean, keeping the team alive in this round, heading to try and find the extra, trying to find an opening. I mean, evening up does make it a lot easier for the potential of España. Trying to make it 5-2. I do have to remember creeping up from downstairs. They know he's there, that there's 2 places he can come up from, and there's a lot of potential. Rafa finds Gutter. That's your main man down. Nothing more from him. Revenge for Bombi on that spawn. Peeking out to 4 versus 3. The advantage completely switched out. Swing comes out. Denati finds 1. How has he done that? It's a 3 versus 3 now. He's kept this team alive. Library, he'll drop back safe and sound. But I mean, this was looking like it was going to be España. Donati will keep it. Dropping back will be Dano trying to play these lines of sight, but no one's playing con. And that pushes Istanbul out of sight. They're going to have to play these angles but not being hold. Turner might catch him off guard, and he does. Dano falls 2 versus 3. As España fall to their knees, forever pushing hallway. One playing close, but the prone game will not be enough. Bolov takes him out, and Donati finishes it off with his own double on the round. Strong defensive side, strong first defense side coming out from Istanbul Wildcats. Close one, but still one.
Definitely. Perhaps maybe sending the trend right here. Wildcats looking ever increasingly better, and so far España seem to struggle a bit. Something definitely has stopped them. Maybe it could be the map. Maybe it doesn't suit them all too well. But so far, I mean, they got still the lead somehow. But
Defenders,
España
protect your bombs
needs
from
to
being
find,
destroyed by
well, they
attackers.
pretty much need to find another, like a second wind coming in. And in order to pretty much keep Wildcats down, because the more they're gonna lose, like if they're gonna lose this round and perhaps even the next one, that's just gonna fuel Wildcats further more and more and more, and perhaps the great map advantage from Border goes then away. You gotta think of that. I mean, despite we are in the best out of 5, it's gonna be a long one sitting there. Like, you definitely do not want, you do not want to pretty much lose your, you could say, your speed, your strength, your pretty much your capabilities. Like, you don't want to get drained out, and especially if you're gonna go against a team that, well, how to say, accelerates towards the latter stages. You gotta be quick, and you gotta be, well, quick and hard hitting as possible.
Mission. But I mean, Istanbul Wildcats, they really want to try and find some time. If they don't, they're threatening match point.
Bomb located by attackers.
Turner! Bringing Solis, finding those drones, which he gets some intel. To be honest, it's a decent amount of intel, but nothing no one else can do. I think Bolov's ready for the jump out. He gets the call when and ready to do it. Haha, bombing. He's caught off guard. Forever's actually ready to go for this peak. Rafa's alongside him. Making a 4v4 will be Coles, but I mean, they're ready to jump in and they already go for it. They're inside. Coles gets inside. That being said, Rafa just finds shots. 3 versus 4. All in the hands of España. Bomb gonna go down. Turner beneath. But they know he's there. They're holding him too safe and sound. That being said, Forever makes it 2 versus 4. 1 versus 4 goals. And, wow,
See,
that round's pretty much over.
but Turner at least was able to spot the defuse and, get that impact standing, but it was way too late at this stage, and, well, especially the impact didn't really fully hit, so it really couldn't be able to stop it. Colts finished it off, and, well, looks like España is back into the game, sitting now at 5-3.
I think if Solis had a C4 making everyone viable to play that kind of positioning, it would just be Pulse. It would just be, so bringing the impact, I mean, just switch things a bit, but now it's España threatening match point onto Istanbul's map, and the
Attackers need to
7-5
locate and defuse as
from
many
last year
bombs
is
as
still
they
there.
can.
We can still try and follow through, but we'll see how they do on this defense side. Kitchen dining will be the way to go. This top
Attackers have
floor
discovered the
hold will
location
always
of a
be
bomb.
vital. But I bet, well, I think that España are gonna just try and find a way around it. I think they're gonna push through either wine side, going through back garage, or possibly just through main into hallway. I have a feeling if they do play top floor, it might still work. But I think there's a good chance, a high chance, if they do go for what I said, it will definitely work out. And we'll see it. Oh no. Oh
Attackers are
no.
heading out to defuse a bomb.
He's just wasting impact. They get the drone.
I
That's
mean,
Solis.
yeah, you could say it's overkill, but I wouldn't call it a waste. As long as he
missed
hit
the
it.
drone. He missed the drone.
Well, if he misses it, then I can't help him, and then, well, bad luck.
Yeah, and aggression, as I said, it's just what they're made of. España as forever. 5 to 7 kills so far. And I don't think they're trying to focus this top floor as they're spreading out a bit, but I think they might just go for the safe choice. But there's so many gaps now that Cortana's dead to push through beneath, because they're going to have to sub in above. It's going to be too much for the players, so they're either forced to drop back or have to push the players upstairs, which just leaves gaps. And if you've seen España play, if you've been watching this, if you've seen them previously, they capitalize any gap, any door which is open, they will push through it and make it so useful forever. Too comfortable running that thinker, shut down by shocks. And you can see one man playing beneath, but it's not enough to give a door open so far. They're playing their angles. Now to 4v4, it's a bit of a standoff. Not much top control coming out from either side. I mean, all you've got is Shoxy playing vertical and members from España ready to push in as they drone and try and think of something to do. So I think they'll just have to go above. Cole's ready to rotate. Yep, they'll go above, but they do have Dano there and ready to play this vertical side, but they have to clear this top floor first. Rafa getting a bit too comfortable on the hard support. Shoxy does fall though through the wall. Rafa, very low speed. That being said, Gunsler takes out Bombi. Now it's a 3 versus 3 evened up. Cole's go for the swing. 3 versus 2. Double for him. He finishes the kill off. Guttero. He's going to have to play really aggressive, but no! Cole scores off guard. Guttero finds him 2 versus what? A triple kill for him out of nowhere. España, they've thrown this down the drain. Left up to Dano. He has to fuse. He has everything running from Guttero's 1 HP. So I mean, Donati's there on 100. And with the C4 in hand. Forced to chop his swing to try and find one. Nothing on the end of it. On the alibi, he's forced one hallway. Nothing going for him. He still has to swing again. Bits still out. Shut down by Donati's shotgun. I mean, that round was just had España's name on it. But Istanbul, they keep fighting for their map pick.
Well, Dano definitely be in a position to clutch up, but panicking so severely that it really may have costed him the round for his team. At least to trying to salvage us, but obviously the damage from before has been dealt and it had great effects, but still we're edging now closer and closer on, well, what is potentially,
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
well,
defused by
maybe
attackers.
it is a deja vu, but potentially to a 7-5.
Might be 7-5. I mean, Trippi's happy to lose all of his money once more.
Well, then at least he can completely predict the outcome of this match, but
Yeah. We'll see how this next round goes, because as a defense side of the map, and this is their pick, so it's not really a surprise that Emily probably will go overtime. And 7-5 is still possible, but it's really
10
up
seconds remaining.
to Istanbul Wildcats if they want to give their map pick up.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Cole's Bombi forever. 7 and 8 kills
Attackers'
alongside Dano.
objective is to locate a bomb and
On the
defuse.
side of Istanbul Wildcats, 11 kills on Gutter. And then you've got 7 from both Donati and Bob. You can see where the attention is at. Gutter playing these aggressive positions, aggressive angles, and he's finding these players which just seem off guard. I mean, you saw Cole run down library stairs and did not see that man pushing in at all. 5 men on each team. It's really come down to this. I mean, this round, you might not see. Oh, it's not map point. But this round really solidifies how this is going to turn out. Next round for España finds himself a match point. Shocks Istanbul Wildcats on their own map. Istanbul gets it. There's so much mentality going into this and momentum. So if this, I want to say this round really does determine it, and also determines the 7-5 possibility. Solo's doing a job seeing exothermic charge down, but it's pretty useless. It's very useless.
well, if done right, it's now been impacted off, so well, and also created another hole to shoot through. Well, oh, would you look at this? This may have been rough. I could have died all the way across from 2 floors from underneath by the hands of Donati, and well, that would have been a great shame. And a great laugh for me.
Bomb located located by
still
attackers.
making me unhappy with not running the RPG. Denarty caught off guard with the angle.
Attackers
Not
dropped
going
the
as well on the
diffuser.
client side, but then Rafa falls. No 2K for him, but gets shut down by Shoxy. There you have it. Mad advantage already going in the way of the Istanbul Wildcats as they go into this slow top floor take. Bombi. That's a push up at the window. No, what? He's safe and sound, but no, he just finally gets shut down. Shock's playing close to the shotgun. He's ready to swing on that door. He finds a double for him. He finds a triple. Dan is ready to shut him down on the window. He's playing that brand new 11 in hand. What? Wait, how's he not dead? Yes, he is. He's finally finished off, but Turner's there. Oh, impacted off, and there you have it. The 1 versus 3, a clean take, clean sweep coming out on the side of Wildcats. 2 members top 4 to try and finish off forever. If he takes one of these players out, he could revive, and he will. 2 versus 2. Oh my God,
Whoa!
He's on it. He's completely on it now. Donati, he has to stop this revive from coming out, but he can't. He's stuck. 3 flashes still in the hand of Forever, and Util on Dano. No time though. They have this site in control. Donati's forced to hold this. He's 50 HP. Forever's 100. Plant will go down and rotates round. Dano forced to hold, but no. Donati finds Dano's head into Crohn's. Bomb. Diffuser's planted. 1 versus 1. Donati on 1 HP. Forever gets a bullet to his face, but not enough. 1 versus 1. It's still coming down to this time. Donati's forced to push, but he's got no HP. Going breach Forever. He's lucky he gets caught off guard. He's playing his corner. Donati forced to peek with a shotgun out. He shuts him down, and España, they take it further on. Match point is now in their hands. What a comeback coming out. Forever. A crispy shot on that Oryx, and I mean, it's just showing how strong they really are. 7-5, possibly doing more deja vu as we follow from last year. Gee whiz.
What an absolutely great performance by Forever with Usykuris. España match point, and well, with match point in sight,
Defenders, protect your
España is looking to close it out, and then Wildcats, they're seeing more and more of the rope around their neck, closing it out on this map. And well, they need to pull something magic out of their hat, because otherwise, well, you may see España go into 2-0 lead into Clubhouse.
Really terrible with that. I mean,
Searching for
it'd
electronics.
be very wrong for them, but this is what you expect. You see this team,
10 seconds to go.
España. They're not the same team. They're really doing well in every game they play, and they dominate throughout. I mean, they've seen loads of losses throughout. I mean, what I've seen from them and this roster, they've had losses. Some of them very tough, and some of them coming to the line, but there are so few of them. And you know, this team, it's so much experience together, and it just goes to show how there is a difference between being together so long, being on a roster together, and the time you played for. Even though the meta's changed, you managed to keep up with it. Throughout, Turner goes to the runner. He'll find 2. 1's on the drone. Wait, what? Wait. Did Turner not see him?
I guess not, but at least 1 is better than 0, so at least Rafa takes out Borov, and Quaterno will immediately get punished by Bombi, so Dano on the lucky side, and Guttural losing a lot of HP right there. Oh, it's not looking well.
It's very rough. I mean, 4 on 3. I mean, Cortana could have found a double to completely switch this around, but I mean, might not go 7-5, but 7-4. Forever gets down. 3 versus 3. A bit of potential coming out. Bombi, Rafa, and Dano left to try and close Chalet. This is Istanbul's Wildcat. You must remember this is their map, and follows from this. It's a best of 5. So follows from this is the map pick of España. Flashes will go out. I mean, ready to jump in that window with the EED ready. Actually, he has no EEDs left. He's already used it, but forced to drop back will be Gutter and Martin. I mean, they can't do anything. It's in top control. And in time, when we saw Wildcats take top control, there was 30 seconds left, 40 seconds left. And now they're doing this a whole minute to go. Left the plant. Guttero's down. That's the main player gone. It's the Nazi shots left alive to keep their map pick up. Shots are going for 3. I mean, he could have found Rafa's head, but 55 seconds left. Forced to maybe even go for the revive, but I mean, he can if he wants to, and I think he must. It's looking very rough, Tyrell. 45 seconds left on the clock. Gutters 1 HP, shots is nearly 50. España looking to close out.
Definitely not on the hunt right there, but with 30 seconds left, they need to find 3 and, well, make that 2. As Dano finds the right marks on the shocks, the Nutty and Gutero are now left. The Nutty looking to flank from upstairs, but no, look, it is! Gutero gets taken out by Bombi. In the meantime, it's all down to the Nutty who's upstairs.
15 seconds
And whilst España is gonna go for the plant,
Attackers are activating.
the Nutty has not enough time to stop it, and no help either, no tools. He at least gonna be able to find Bombi, who stands in an awkward position right there. But it's now all down to him trying to find Dano and Rafa. He dances a little bit, but like the time is still running. It's ticking down. He goes for no! Dano has him. And it's another map onto the side of España. Winning it 7-4, breaking sort of the last season prediction.
Doing it even better, and I mean, it's sad. And that's their map pick on down the drain. Istanbul Wildcats. It was rough on border, and it's followed through on Chalet. Next map is Clubhouse. This, it seeming like they might just close it off here. España. This is Clubhouse. This is España's map pick. If they don't win this, it's Istanbul. They could possibly come back from this. As follows that is Villa, their map pick. But this map, this is it. This is map point. This is the finals on the line. If España win their own map, which is very likely at these stakes, and what we've seen throughout from Border and both Chalet, Istanbul, they're not going to be able to take Trippin's money, and we don't like that. We want Trippin's money to be lost.
If you ask me, like, to predict, to see Clubhouse, we definitely looking at more sort of like a bit of like a more of a border. So I definitely would say
Yeah.
España would have this more into the hand, but who knows? Maybe some things can change. Maybe a Warner can happen as well, But one thing for sure is that we're gonna go in a short little break, and we're gonna be right back in just in a few seconds.
See ya.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the grand finals between España and Wildcats. And well, as you've previously seen, well, we got España now in a 2-0 lead, and now we're going on to map 3 and potentially the last map. This is still Tyrell, and this is still squishy. And well, let's look on to the operator bands. What?
If Thatcher doesn't fall, Hibana might fall. I have a feeling Hibana might fall following from Flores. It depends, how these teams decide to play on their attack. It will be Wildcats to ban first, and we do have names. It's great that we have names to see which side's playing, so we don't have to forget all the time. But yeah, Hibana falls. It's too good on Clubhouse. Too many hatches, and with the Hibana buff. Do you know the Hibana buff? As you can change how many pellets she uses.
Yeah, well, that I knew.
Yeah. Just making sure. Yeah, so yeah, Hibana's too powerful on this. Hispana will follow on and ban Thatcher. Not surprised. Very default ban, especially on a map like Clubhouse. And we were talking, Clubhouse is like Border. So if it follows on, not only is this España's map, but España, they've played on Clubhouse since, year 2 of Siege. These players have been playing for ages. I mean, they're like older than Tyrell. I mean, that is like 80 something. As old as Cade.
What the fuck did you just say?
What?
You
Alright,
calling
shut.
me old?
What, am I old?
Huh?
Joking, man. Calm down. Smoke falls. Wildcats, they banned Smoke for 2 times in a row, I think.
This
They
little
failed.
whippersnapper calling me a granddad. Wow.
Trippin in the vaccine says, you kinda are, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, speaking of Trippin, I'm gonna say bye to him soon.
Hey,
enough, I
Trippman.
mean.
At least you're gonna join retirement soon with me, you dumbass.
And if you all
See
know.
now, fuck.
Yeah, I'll
Anyway.
You're only 53.
Ah, so I'm older than Boomer. Great.
No, I'm joking. You're 11.
So you're my bigger brother then.
Yeah.
Anyone guess Squishy's age?
I'm just not gonna keep it private.
Ah, no, just for fun.
You did for fun. Guess Tyrell's age. I'll give you a clue. It's not.
10
It's
seconds to
not
go.
a single digit or double digits.
Wow!
But seriously, I think let's focus on the game. I mean, España, their map. Gatto's gonna go for the spawn people. No one's there to fall into the trap.
Yeah, of
Right
course
now, my
nobody is there.
Gatto didn't find the head, but yeah, no one's really there. I've seen it too many times since Clubhouse ever first came out. And what I do know about Clubhouse is we haven't seen so many changes to it ever since it originally came out. I've seen a couple. Trevor finds Gutter, and they have it. Gutter was the first man to fall. For the fucking time, 4 shocks. There was a drone on him. There was a yellow ping for Bombi to pick up, and España making it nice and clear that this is Clubhouse. This is it chose his map for a reason. The 3 versus 5 already. This is a downstairs site, and they've already took advantage. So much site, but he calls his in sight out of nowhere. This is why Nook's and this is what we've seen Nook come up to. When we blue bottle was shut down, it's going to be a flawless round. They know exactly where Turner's position is from, and Danny shuts it down. A flawless round, the first round, and this is looking like this might be not only the last game of the season, but the last map of the season, but also Tripper's last map of the season before he gives 700 euros to both teams. I mean, not to both teams, but 700 euros out, and he can't afford a house anymore. He's gonna have to live on the streets. So that's good to know. Good to know.
Well, at least the roads aren't as bad in Belgium, you know?
I think Trippin's lovely apartment.
Attackers need to
might
locate
them
and
enough.
defuse bombs.
Yeah, you got that right. Know what I'm talking about. Trippin'. Anyway, once more Belgian bashing done, let's focus on back on how Wildcats is gonna try and defend this gym hold. And well, already
Yeah,
seeing
going to
some of the
desperate
Lucy
measures.
going out. So you see
Extra
Muggles
time.
completely opening it up once more again, all the way to the other side. And well, let's see and how are they going to be able to perform. Rafa with the thermite in hand as well. And well,
5 seconds to go.
we see Bombi changing up to the Amara, and we see Colts bringing out the Monty.
Attackers are
So,
moving out to locate a bomb and
well, this is going to be an interesting one here coming up.
I mean, I think Wildcats are really pushing, you know, kind of just hoping for the best for this round. And you see Bombi run the Amaru. He's given away that they do have an MG. So we've seen Amaru more than enough times win rounds for España in their time in tournament league. And you also see Carlos win the Monty. We saw this on Cafe, not running on España, but actually was España on the same finals. It's not Cafe, but I believe we have seen some Monty gameplay coming out from España, so it's not nothing new coming out from there, and it's gonna clear this over the walls. The EMP's gonna go out, and the Thatcher, you know, you don't even need Thatcher at this point. And Rafa 2K, he uses extra damage to get a ladder one, both the QZ shots could have found, he didn't have the C4 in hand, and he'll be forced to run back. Rafa's low HP, but got enough damage on shocks to, you know, not leave it totally one-sided. But I mean, España, they've already got this control. You see Coles, he's in study and he's ready to push through. He's got Donati there to try and kill him. But I don't think he knows in there. I don't think Donati even realizes that Coles has dropped in and Coles is in sight. No one's there in sight with him. Dano just finds Gartero, Bombi finds Shoxy as the edge comes in, and Wildcats, it's looking rough for them. Boloff on the trade back, he finds nothing. Forever, Donati takes that man out. 1 versus 5. Could have been another flawless round, 2 in a row. And yes, it will be. Rafa cleans it up, and desperate time calling for desperate measures. I mean, you can't say you're surprised. Chalet should have been Wildcats map, but España, you know, they're taking it 3-0. I mean, this is...
So here's what I would think. Like, Wildcats needed to win that Shelly, because right now, I mean, it's going absolutely like. I mean, you can't even fall down further than this right now on Clubhouse. So, really, Wildcats would have needed that Clubhouse win to at least order go to Villa to, you know, sort of find a, let's say, much more common ground, just like Chalet, then let's say Clubhouse is the border, and then from there, you know, have Cafe really be the decider and hope the, you know, a bit of, you know, like the amount of time's been played that it already has sunk in, and, you know, people started to, you know, slow down a little. So, but right now, España is crushing. I mean, this is like a train going at full speed right now on to the next destination, and that's gonna be Talent League champion.
Yeah, this
Attackers
is really
must
what's
locate
coming
and
up to.
defuse
They'll
the
go
bomb.
downstairs again. They'll try and not get caught up by the rush as they put Malusi into the mix. But España, I mean, they've just taken control on every gunfight, every take, every push through, and Wildcats, they're just really not as prepared as España are. I mean, you can't be surprised at Clubhouse. I mean, it's a very common map, but when you choose a map like Oregon and Clubhouse, you have to bring something special. I think that name might catch Shoxy, but no, you just get a crucial to bomb. It's still takes a decent amount of damage from that grenade. There will be one man outside, that being
And we already got a positive. You know, no flaw is possible now.
yeah, at least it's the first kill from Wildcats. And Shocks will be followed on by Gutter. Forever looking to actually drop this hatch, but no, Quarter will use this lovely echo drones, which, if you didn't know, are not invisible anymore, which I be ruined. Yeah, it's a bit of a shambles. And running upstairs, 3 versus 5, it's switch sides. Wildcats taking advantage.
Well, getting a little drama right there, going through that wall. Gotta shoots himself up, open a door to get a nice peek onto the freezer there. With the only exception that nobody is gonna walk in there anytime soon.
But the advantage Wildcats have, I think that with the time that España could probably utilize, they still have this control, and I think this is definitely win round. If they lose this, it's looking like no hope But with the advantage, they could play a bit more aggressive, get a bit more comfortable. And we've seen Wildcats just sit back, not only on attack, but also on the defense side. You need to play these aggressive sides, and Shox has been the first one, the first kill, to really push this idea forward. And España, they're going to try and go for top line clear, but Tyrell, I mean, he's not got time to go through all of it and caught off guard. Bodolf just managed to find 1, 2 versus 4 now. Still the advantage in the hands of Wildcats. Shox still playing vertical in España. You trust this duo though. They are both 2 kills to 0 death. You can trust them to try and win this round. But I think with what Wildcats are set up, it's looking unlikely.
I mean, here's the thing. You get forever on the Finca, so immediately HP boost as well. You know, but oh, Shucks playing it well, getting the flank, and down goes Rafa, leaving forever all alone. And well, 20 seconds left. I think there's only one thing to do, and that is just accept your fate and either save it out or run out, or at least try to make it up for a clutch. He's gonna be able to find the naughty. Oh, look at this! A nice shot on the Quaterna, but on the hatch is a Shucks waiting. And he is gonna put an end to these flawless rounds from the side of España. Wildcats win their first round on this map.
And it was a good round. They got the advantage early. Shox with a good kill starting the half, and there'll be bar stage to follow. Do like this site after the rework they put on Chalet. You know, it was very small, but it was very good. And we won't see the pulse, which we usually see. We don't see a lot of C4s in hand, usually 2 or 3 C4s, but we'll only see the Uno C4 in Shox's hand, and I think he's the man to look at. He's got 3 kills already, and he's the only man really comfortable on the defensive side to play the attacker side, and that's what Wildcats need to do. They need to be more aggressive, take their chances, which always, most usually, falls into their hand. And if we see it follow more often, Wildcats could possibly push to the 4th map and play it on that villa, and it would be a great comeback. But we'll have to see as España. They're looking safe and sound. They're going for a soft pick. They're gonna bring the aces off, and both Doherty to clear above, and they'll bring the ace and Thermite, as just in case one of them do die, they can bring the second one back in play.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
You know, I'm rather surprised to see Maestro being picked up.
Reloading. Cover me.
Haven't seen him in a while.
I think Maestro is very underrated.
Well, I remember a time where a lot of my strats included him, actually. Because he was such a... I mean, he was such a great playable character, but now, on the other hand, we see Denati take out forever, making it an end to Dokkaebi.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
And with that being said, Gutterer follows it up by taking that Rafa, but Bombi, on the other hand, he takes on quick revenge onto Gutterer, and well, maybe you might overthink the side choice right there as Shucks carefully tries to find a safe spot. Quaterna, on the other hand, he is still in strip club, and he is holding out over there.
Yep, and finally, again, Wildcats are finding the advantage. Exactly what they want. That's what any team looks for. They have this man advantage. See how they can utilize it. You do see finally bring some kind of wall denial into the gameplay. I mean, if Denano just placed them a little bit higher, but still breach the wall, but you know, he'll rotate back around and try and do something with it, because the fuser's not in hand, and Wildcats are looking safe and sound as they do have eyes on that. But I mean, so much time on the clock. España can kind of use this, and they can afford to take trades if they get this type of bottle. If he gets shut down, let alone a trade, he finds a kill. That there you have it. I mean, 3 versus 3 already. Wildcats, they throw away their man advantage straight to the end of España, and now 3 versus 3. Dano is low, but it doesn't mean much. I mean, he still has one of the best weapons in the game, if not the best. Very debatable opinion, but 1 minute left in the clock. Loads of time to work with Denati. Double for him. Catches Dano off guard, and that's just unfortunate. The timing in R6 just goes the way Coles. Oh, that was a rough peak for Shox. Gets shut down. One will be bathroom, one will be upstairs. They know where both of these players are. Try and retrieve in the bomb will be Bombi. Trying to get some vertical angles, but the time is ticking. By the time they get that bomb, Bombi's trying to go round. I don't think they'll play for the bomb. They'll just play for kills as he struggles to get through round a strip club to try and pinch this man playing in bathroom side. Thing comes out, he's shut down. 1 versus 2, it's completely switched up. Wildcats, they've thrown it down the bag and diffuser retrieve. They're gonna go down to retrieve it.
15
Sorry,
seconds
plant
left.
the diffuser. Donati's still there, meaning that Maestro did not give any more
10
intel,
seconds
but
remaining.
now it's left to Donati. The 1 versus 2, he drops Paul. They see them proning, kills. It's a free. Leave him a spot to make it 3-1. Looking like it will be followed up as they had it. I mean, I can't believe they had the man advantage, but they throw it down the bag. Wildcats, you want to look for Villa, but it's not looking like there's any light at the end of the tunnel.
It doesn't seem like they're gonna go from Germany to Italy, because they're gonna go from Germany straight back home. And perhaps as a second place up
Defenders,
on
protect
this,
your
but
bombs from being defused
in the
by
meantime,
attackers.
once more again, Jim Bedroom will be perhaps the chance for them. And so for España, well, after 2 flawless, 1 terrible loss of round, but I guess they're back on track, winning it out. Still showing that they definitely have a good reign on the attack here. And well, Wildcats with each and every time looking to, well,
Bomb located
I
by
feel like
attackers.
they're trying to now really see, like, all right, what can we use what is actually
10
effective,
seconds
because
left before
it
insertion.
seems like to struggle a bit, because seeing now multiple,
5 seconds
you could
left.
say, like, I mean, they all changed operator at one point, really,
Attackers
like
are
to
moving
something
to
completely
bomb.
different. Because it's really like, right, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. They're now going through from A to B to Z to D to E, F. They're gonna go now through the whole alphabet.
He's just having not perspective. I mean, they go Jim. Like last time, it was a flawless round, very clearly, and they did the exact same manner. They're gonna do the exact same thing, and I don't think Wildcats will be prepared for it. They've only got 2 on site. I mean, Bombi is ready to jump in. And they've got to have it's a very will go out. He'll rotate back to Qzy just to breach it again, but off. Hoping not to be as aggressive on that window. Gemini gets shut down by Donati, but again, nothing. All that gives is forever and just providing more intel. How they're going to be playing this, and it's the exact same thing, and it didn't work last time, Wildcats. Don't think it'll work again when you're doing the same thing, but have to wait and see. Cars will be ready to drop studying. No one really there. 2 minutes though. That's 2 C4s, whole no. Bombi catches Shocks off guard. It's not looking too good for him. Shocks, these are at the low HP. But what Wildcats playing for is the post-plant scenario.
Oh!
The C4. Shocks finds goals 4 versus 5 minutes. That's what?
Holy
It's 2
moly!
versus 4. Make that a 2 versus 3 as Rafa finds Zanati. I mean, they still have 2 C4s left. I mean, it's looking unlikely, but no, Rafa shuts him down. Rafa, you must plant this bedroom, or the C4 will go straight upon you. But he doesn't. There's going to be a Valkyrie on the site. There's no way that he doesn't get C4'd in time. C4 goal, but it's too late if he gets the bomb down. No! Quarterner. He shut it down at the very last second. There's a 1 versus 2. 1 C4 is still in hand. Forever knows that he must plant on top of the bed, but no, he doesn't know. He thinks that there's no C4s left. There's no way it's going to happen again. He just bit the C4 out, but he manages to keep it alive. Bodov, he now knows that there's a C4. And keeps it to the 1 versus 2. He can play this. There's no angles to shove it upon the bed. Quarter the first man position. They know exactly what's going
Oh my god!
Finds the kill. It's a 1 versus 1. The 2 versus 5 is now turned into this. Bodov, he can't let this diffuser go down, but he's playing close. He hears him. There's no way he doesn't. There's got to be a drone there forever. No heating on the ball. Swing comes out.
No!
This round goes in the way of Wildcats. I mean, it's getting close. It was a 2 versus 5. It should have ended like that.
Forever doing an absolute, trying to clutch up as best as he can, but unfortunately misses out on the shots. The fire rate is too high on that vector, and it's gonna be his downfall to this. But my oh my, did he deliver a great play. But unfortunately, it went into the favor of Wildcats, who
Attackers need to
now
locate
got
and
2
defuse bombs.
rounds up. And well, I must say, it's you know, we're definitely seeing that, right? Wildcats, they're looking to settle, they're looking stronger, and España are, I guess we're now seeing the ground now what's gonna happen, but let's see what España will be able to pull off. If they can go on to 4-2 split, or whether Wildcats just puts it up to a draw on a 3-3.
Also, I mean, España, they're definitely
10 seconds to
3-3 was
insertion.
still didn't good. It's Clubhouse, one of the most defensive maps. We stayed like
5
this.
seconds to go.
3-3 is a great side for España when they head onto it. And you see
Attackers
Coles
are
running the
moving out
nuke.
to locate a bomb and
Seen
defuse.
him run it the first round on attacking downstairs. And it's the first time we've seen CC come into play. Now, I don't know why Wildcats are playing this late because sides are definitely better than bedroom and bar. Dano makes it look even
Good
worse.
night.
Bodolf, he needs to. I mean, I do feel for Bodolf because he's trying to drive his team forward. He's the IGL and he's clearly. His team's not in the mental state. The momentum are falling. They've lost their map. You know, quite dominantly
Attackers have located a
7-4.
bomb.
They didn't put a fight on border, and now it's turned to this. They were 2 rounds down, 2-0. They've slowly tried to pull it back, but it still won't be enough because they lost the man advantage. Again, string comes out, they lose it even more. It's a 1 versus
Oh my
5.
lord! Welcome
It's
to
not
old
even
school
fair.
Adam. When one finger snap, all of the team is gone.
Oh no.
Flawless round. This is how you bounce back, baby. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
An absolute meltdown. Holy moly. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean, that is just what. Oh, I really have no words, Tyrell.
Attackers need to locate
They've
and
had their
defuse as many
opportunities
bombs
to
as they
win
can.
rounds when they had the first kill. But now España, it's their map. Finals is on the line. 500 euros, I believe, to España if they win 3 rounds. 3 rounds, it's over. Wildcats cannot afford to make one small mistake each round. This next round decides it all. 5-2 the hell. It's rough for them. Defended-sided map on a 4-2 split inside, on the side of España. We're now on the defensive side. With Mira in play from downstairs.
5 seconds.
I just don't see it happening with Wildcats. They can prove me wrong, but I mean, with how España have gone into this tournament, how they have gone into Talent League, and every single game they play is dominated.
I guess I have proven from early on that they are the team to beat, and well, so far they're still proving it with each round. And again, for anyone who has just been turned up in, right now we are in the best of 5 in the grand finals, and España is 2 maps up. So if España wins Clubhouse, that's it. Game over. And that means we have a new champion on the horizon. And well, for potentially the future champion team, it's not looking good as Forever goes down thanks to Quad Turner right from the get-go.
Yep, good entry by Cortana. We've seen him done that a couple of times, especially on border over the mainland, but I can't really say any of the members on Wildcats are really good because there's not a lot of kills for them. Bombi's using the mirror, he'll find the nook, instantly drop back. I mean, he's shaking when he sees that mirror window. It's just, there is a man advantage with Wildcats. They can use like, they have a sledge, they can get the kitchen hack. There's so many options. Dano's getting fired from above, there's so many options which Wildcats can go for. But España, they've prepared for this, they've prepared for the worst, and knowing them, they've got the mirror set up, they've waiting. Alright, fine, get that kitchen hatch, we've got members holding it. We've got the setup back arsenal, back armory. There's nothing Wildcats can do apart from make Coles leave the game. I don't really know what happened, but it'll be a 3v5 and it still have to be played out. But Wildcats, they're going to have to push in soon, and it's going to be a member which lights this round up for them. That's still here, Tyrell. I mean, it's a 3 versus 5. You can capitalise on it. But Raffle playing aggressive. Swing comes out. Bombi finds shot. Another kill for Bombi. But no, what? Got away from
Oh
it.
my God.
It's 2 versus 3. Both just by one of that. One name will not live him any longer. A 2 versus 1. And they've thrown it again. A 3 versus 5, Wildcats. You can't keep on doing this. I'm not going to blame it on the IGL. Because it's just, you're losing these easy gunfights. Donati, he has the bomb. He's got 3 kills. He's 0.5 AD. What do you expect?
Oh
from
my
Rafa?
lord!
5 to half, a 3 versus 5. I mean, gee whiz, it's generally worse than Qatar did in the World Cup. I mean, it's just not looking good, man.
I mean, an absolute lose one, I guess. You know, get rid of the X's way, you could say, and look how they were going. But either way, Colts will be happy to join back and see that 5 up on the scoreboard. But my oh my, who would have thought?
Oh, well. He got the. I can't believe it. 3 versus 5.
I really can't either because you know, usually you just, you know, declare it as a write-off, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. To be honest,
No, I can tell you one thing now. If España win Gym Bedroom, we're on match point again for them.
and there's a mirror.
Well, don't get too
Oh.
confident in the mirror yet, as we're waiting for Colts to join to the side of
Honestly,
España.
just start the game. I think. I mean, there's been enough 4v5, which is Spawn have won. You might as well just start. It's not a difference. Apart from the util, but I mean, Wildcats, they can't. I don't want to say it's how they're playing. It's not Bolov making the wrong decision because he got the early picks and he made it right as he used the IGL. But you can't put it on him. You're just losing the easy gunfights. Mechanically, you're just not as good. I don't know if it's the mental, it's the fact that you've been dominated on your map. Went 2-0 down, and this is it. This is the finals. You might still get money, but I mean, it's looking rough out there for them.
I guess rough is maybe the word to describe it, but yeah, really wondering where Colts is now. As we're looking to continue, and well, the longer he takes, the more he torches a bit of time, and the more he potentially torches the fire from his own team. Yeah, riding on a high, and maybe, you know, just the waiting could piss them off in the wrong way.
I don't think of much more when you are just completely dominating. I don't know if Coles. I don't know if there's a timer.
Well,
I don't know if there's a timer on this technical timer, but it's taken a while. I don't know if we have any idea what is going on, but now all we can do is sit here and speak about how Wildcats should be up.
how to say it? It's definitely a huge blow to Wildcats, and I don't think they're gonna be able to recover because I would have said, you know, it really lied in the chalet for them to make it a turnaround and like at least sort of like bridge it towards a I would say map that gets in more how to say into a competitive playing field perhaps. But
No.
right now, I mean, it literally looks like you're just, you know, I mean, you're like 6'4" and you're just slapping people who are just not even maybe 3 feet tall.
Yeah, and I don't know. So I can't say anything because Wildcats, they've got here to the finals. They're not a terrible team, but it looks like they're all solo queuing. As soon as it comes down to the execute, it's either time which is ruining them, or the fact that they can't finish the job. Right? They just can't do it, and it's not just happening, you know, once every couple rounds. It's every round. It's coming down to your there's not enough time to plant the bomb. There's not enough time to plant the diffuser. There's not enough time to get the kills at the end, or you just can't simply get the kills and not start what you've already or finish what you've already started. And while Coles returns, it's match point now threatening Istanbul, Wildcats, and I mean it's rough. I have a feeling España, they're not going to take it to map 4. They're not going to take it to map 5. They want to close out here and now. 2 rounds is all they need.
Attackers
Gym
need to
bedroom, if they win
locate
this,
and
they head to
defuse bombs.
their main site. And what can you expect more from such a dominant team?
You're right now looking how this is going to turn out. España obviously naturally looking to gain that match point and close out the series, whilst Wildcats are, well, they need to be kicking and screaming as much as they can do in order to drag it out as long as possible, and perhaps,
Bomb located by
maybe
attackers.
perhaps even do the upset. But so far, it all gonna come down now to the next couple of rounds.
5
Next
seconds.
one's very vital, but I mean, there's still not enough going for
Attackers are heading out
Wildcats.
to defuse
They're
the
gonna have to
bomb.
do something strong enough to pull it back from the position which they're in. Because so far, it's not gone their way in pretty much. I mean, it's gone. The thing is, Wildcats, they're playing well. They've gotten kills on both defensive side and these couple of attacker side which we've seen. Right? They found the kills. It was a 3 versus 5 on one time. It was a 2 versus 5 on the gym bedroom when they defended. Yeah, they won it, but it got to a 1 versus 1, and that was one of the many rounds which they managed to pull out of their arse, because it's coming to the point where España are just getting lucky at this point. I don't know if Wildcats are just throwing or they're just playing for memes. I don't know if they're playing on 1000 DPI. I mean, I wouldn't know. But what it seems to me is that Wildcats, they're just not finalising the job. The mentality's not there to do it. They're 2 maps down. They've lost their map. They're 5-2 down on this. They have 3 rounds to catch up. 2 rounds and it's over. You can't expect much, but something's got to give. And it's not going to be bottled forever. It's a headshot. You just got to give in to the team.
Well, with that being said, already 2 men down. Wildcats are looking for revenge. They're looking to equalize. And well, Quaterno, well, you just gotta look down, buddy. Enough shots are flying towards the angle. And look, Colt shuts down Quaterno. And it leaves down just shots in the Naughty to do so as the Naughty will push. He sees a bit, but Raph is quicker to run out. And well, Shock's leaving all alone. Catching out the runner, at least on the Rafa, but what can a single man do against the mighty force of these 4? Well, not much as it turns out, as Bombi just literally grabs it as he hungry. And well, ladies and gentlemen, for the 3rd time already, it's match point.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just clear that there is one winner. They've been dominant throughout. They physically can't lose this. I just don't see Wildcats pulling back from the position. I mean, yeah, Trippin says see them losing now, but I mean,
Attackers need to locate and
you
defuse
gotta
as many
be
bombs as
obvious.
they
I
can.
mean, it's just not. It's just depressing. I mean,
Well, one thing that could happen, and that would be, ladies and gentlemen, the reverse sweep.
Amaru being pulled out of Turner as he's had good and bad times, and I mean, give props to them. They've got to the final. I don't know. I haven't seen
Attackers
them
have
in
located a
tandem
bomb.
before. I believe they're new to me unless they come from a minor stage. I'm pretty sure they're new. Trippin, can I get a bit of
10
information?
seconds left before
It's time.
insertion.
Yeah.
5
They just
seconds.
qualified countries. And España, they were the forever
Attackers are
golden
heading
team.
out to defuse the bomb.
Champions before in season 7. Others are Praetorian. What do you expect from them? Wildcats are a new team, you know. But it just doesn't compare to Praetorian. They're swinging out. They can afford to throw bodies. They've got the trade they need. They've got off balls and should we crown our champions now, Tyler? Or Wait 2 minutes.
No,
Defeat
we
after.
still have to wait. Still gotta wait for the final result because once more, I hate to see how it's gonna turn out and exact the scores, but so far Sharks is gonna be able to open up that wall and tries to find an angle on the catwalk, but then in the meantime takes out the Nadia. Look at this! The jump goes through Quaterna and gotta at least find 2 in the meantime. Forever and Danner are the only 2 left, but so far Wildcats, Forever takes out Quaterna. Forever looking quite low HP as Gutter and Sharks maybe looking to push him in and close out, but the plan would be advised. Dano should be right up in hand with a few impacts. He's at least gonna shy away. Gutter for the moment as Sharks takes care of some wall. No!
Oh,
Forever takes out, but Dano goes down. It's Forever with low HP. And,
Oh,
oh my
he's
lord!
he's only gone and done it. There you have it. There
He
you
just
have it, ladies and
matches
gentlemen.
him.
España, for the second time, are your Talent League champions. 500 euros in the PayPal balance. And this has been it. This is the finals, the 3-0. Nothing like what we saw in the semis where it came down to a close map. It was a clean sweep. Forever and Bombi finishing off with their double digits. Nice and safe in the bag. I mean, just look at the difference of the teams. Give props to Istanbul Wildcats. They've come from a very rough and very slow start. They made themselves into the finals and will still get their own little prize money. Taking all the trippins, buddy. You do love to see that. But again, speaking of tripping, this is his last and España is able to clean that up from him. 3-0. You can't expect anything more, Tyrell. They played it perfectly. That border just showed dominance of how good they were on their map. The Chalet, they pulled back from hard times. That means a bit of moments where they should have lost and they could have pulled back a couple more rounds, but it ended on the original OG clubhouse. And I mean, that's what you expect from a team like España. There you have it. The Spanish team take it home. And I mean, this is the end of it. They will take Trippin's money. I don't think we have an interview ahead of us, Trippin. We do not, as Trippin. We say goodbye to him. Very sad, very depressing, but
one more thing at least to run down before we say goodbye to everyone. Make sure, since Titan series has been now come to a close, and with Trippin also being this one his last and pretty much his last series
yeah,
that he has
get
had
out of
in front,
here. Get out.
and last actually full season as well. With that, a new ownership will take over. So please do make sure and stick around and watch out for any announcement, regardless of a new season, perhaps maybe a new Titan series, or even a full Talent League season. You just have to stick around and wait to see when it's gonna happen. But in the meantime, as well, it's maybe your ticket actually to think about yourself and maybe join us here on the desk, maybe as a stunningly great caster, as a absolute superior observer, or perhaps as a great producer. Doesn't matter whether you're completely new to the game or as completely old season veteran, everyone is welcome. Just join in the Discord and apply yourself, and then the lovely stuff will take care of. Or even if you just want to help out the league, then also feel free to do so. Join the Discord and let everything run down. And in the meantime, it's time for me to ride into the sunset with Trippin and go finally to the retirement home and say goodbye forever.
Yeah,
Well,
as he heads himself to next to his grannies, the old grandma and granddad, as he's hitting the age of 85. And that's a big number for a Belgian man. I mean, I might fly to Belgium and just knock in and see if he's still on his life support. But I mean, this has been the finals. This has been what you wanted. It was a 3-0 clean sweep coming out from España. You give it to them. They will have their probably Domino's pizza. I don't know what you get in Spain. They're Fanta, the Orangina. I don't really know, but I mean, with that being said, España are your winners for the second time round, and we say our goodbyes to Trippin. So Trippin, thank you very much. What you've done for Talent League again. It will never be forgotten, as Haffy will take over, ex-owner of Stylex League. So we're good to have him here, and that it. This is going to be us. This is going to be Trippin's last ever game. And it's been me, Squishy, Tyrell next to me. And this has been the grand finals. Thank you very much. And we'll see you in the next Talent League.